This lesson is how to multiply mixed numbers and fractions. A mixed number, for example, 6 and 3/8, is when you combine a whole number, like the 6, and a fraction, which is 3/8. We're going to multiply that today by another fraction, in this case, 5/7. There are 3 steps to multiply a mixed number and a fraction. The first step is that we want to change the mixed number into an improper fraction. Step 2 is that we multiply the improper fraction by the fraction. That gives us an improper fraction. Step 3 is where we change the improper fraction back into a mixed number, and we use division for that. Okay, let's look at our problem in a little bit more detail. Step 1 is we want to change the mixed number into an improper fraction. How we do that is that we multiply the denominator, which is in this case 8, times the whole number of 6. Then we add the numerator, and we're working in the direction of that red arrow. If you do the calculations, it would be 8 times 6 is 48. 48 plus 3 is 51. That becomes the numerator. Our denominator stays the same, and that's going to be 8. Next, we multiply our improper fraction of 51 over 8 by our fraction of 5/7. First, we want to see if we can simplify those fractions by using a cross-canceling strategy. When we do that, we're using the opposite numerator and denominator. In this case, 51 and 7, we want to see if there is a greatest common factor. In this case, 51 and 7, the greatest common factor is only 1, which means that it's not going to change because any number divided by 1 stays the same. Next, we check the denominator and numerator for the next pair, and that also has a greatest common factor of 1, which means that we are not going to simplify this particular problem because they don't simplify any further than that. All right, multiply the numerators. 51 times 5, if you do your calculations, is 255. 8 times 7 on the bottom would be 56. That gives us an improper fraction. Next, we want to change that improper fraction back into a mixed number. We do that by dividing the numerator by the denominator. You'll have to use your long division skills for that. And if you do it correctly, you will get 4, meaning that 56 goes into 255 4 times with the remainder of 31. Remember to write your remainder as a fraction. That becomes your numerator, and then your denominator of 56 stays the same. For your final answer of 4 and 31 over 56, and again, it's back in a mixed number form. Let's try a second example. In this case, we will be able to simplify our fractions. All right, let's use our 3 steps. First step is we want to change the mixed number into an improper fraction. So in this case, it's 3 and 8/12. To do that, we're going to multiply the 12 times the 3, and then we're going to add the 8. That will give us the numerator. If you do your calculations, 12 times 3 is 36. 36 plus 8 is 44. That is your numerator, and then we take the 12 for the denominator. That's in an improper fraction form. Now we are ready to multiply the improper fraction and the fraction. But first, let's see if we can simplify the fractions because it'll make it easier to multiply later. So, we're going to use our cross-cancellation strategy. And what is the greatest common factor of 2 and 12? That would be 2. At the top, 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1, which means we're going to rewrite that as 1. At the bottom, the 12 divided by 2 is 6. So we rewrite that as 6. Next, we're going to check 4 and 44, and is there a greatest common factor? Yes, 4, which means we're going to divide both by 4. At the bottom, 4 divided by 4 is 1. At the top, 44 divided by 4 is equal to 11. So we rewrite both of those fractions. Now we are ready to multiply. At the top, the numerator, 1 times 11 is 11. And at the bottom, 1 times 6 is equal to 6, which gives us our answer in the form of an improper fraction. Our last step is that we want to change the improper fraction back to a mixed number. We divide the numerator by the denominator. And when you do that, you're going to get 1 with a remainder of 5. Make sure that you write your remainder of 5 as a fraction. So your answer is going to be 1 and 5 over 6. If you made it this far, great job. Thanks for watching, and keep working on your mixed numbers and fractions, and we'll see you on the next one.